So, what's up, guys? I was talking to Justin on Patreon and he was explaining to me what he does on a daily basis. And basically, he renders car wraps of NASCARs in 3ds Max. And at the moment, he is moving over the complete 3ds Max pipeline to Blender. So, I had some questions about it. And then I told him, like, maybe it makes sense that I just make a full video about it so everyone else can learn and he can learn as well. He agreed. So, that's what this video is about, is basically rebuilding what he has inside of Blender, which means we're going to render a very, very cool looking NASCAR today. So have fun and see you in Blender. So this is gonna be a unedited project. This is basically gonna be a real-time client project that I'm gonna present to you so you kind of see how I do stuff, how I deal with stuff, and also just see kind of my work speed. So this is what I got according to these materials and how things are stuck together. I assume this probably once was an STL converted with something like Moi 3D. I don't know, but that's pretty much what it looks like to me. We're dealing with 1 million triangles here. So, and also we have got some reference photos, so like a photo in a photo studio. So this is one reference photo, and this is their reference rendering from 3ds Max as far as I know. So this is what we have. Also, I got some textures. So I got a body texture, and also I have tires and disc brake, Brembo, and carpet, if we even see that, stuff like that. We've got a HDR window. You see kind of what's going on here. So first thing is getting this car under control. So we're basically RX minus 90. You're basically gonna flip it, and it looks like everything's already fitting quite well. Next, we're gonna add a floor plane. We're gonna add a camera somewhere here. Go into the camera, and maybe actually right now we're just gonna set it up. Let's check our reference photos. This is the photo. I'd say this is at least 50 millimeters. I'd say 70 towards 100 probably. Maybe even 100. Let's go for, maybe 100's too much. Let's go for 75. Something like this. I think it's not super important. I guess like this. Also, let's check his reference. Oh, the reference is high focal length. I'd say we go with something like this. I'm not sure if I mentioned it in the intro, but I think so. But the client is not a client that needs a render. The client needs a .blend file. So he will be able to change the camera later on and stuff like that. So I won't worry too much about camera setups. Yeah, just kind of go for it. So let's see, what do we have here? We've got, oh, one big car. Okay, so we're going to go to edit mode. And first thing we're going to do is select all, P, and by material, I'd say. We're going to split this car up so we can kind of control it. Now I see, so these are the materials of the complete car. So once done, in the meantime, we can check out what's happening here. Some yellowish bolts. This thing, I guess for swapping tires, acrylic, window things, fabric, roll bars that look painted, sticker all over the place, hood pins look silver. What else? Yeah, that's pretty much what I noticed on first glance. So now the car's split up. So what are we going to start with? I guess the most beautiful part, but also look at what's happening here. Okay, got some stuff here. I'm not a NASCAR professional, so I'm not 100% sure. I'd also say stuff is missing. I also actually did a quick glance at a different file, so I think maybe some parts are actually missing, like these bars. But I think that's not an issue because I don't think this is the final car anyways. This is just a demo purpose car for the main scene and material setup basically. So I'd say we just don't worry about the missing bars. Otherwise, everything looks pretty good and quite complete, I'd say. Okay, so we're in our camera. First thing we're gonna do is get our UV editor open and see if there are any UVs. And surprisingly, there are. And now let's pray that these are the correct UVs, and they probably are. So we're gonna go to the shader editor, and we have Mr. Pink, and we're gonna drop in a texture. But before we drop in this BMP texture, we're actually gonna go to Mr. Photoshop and reduce the size of this, because I actually looked into some textures and they were quite big. I think they were 8K. So let's drop this boy in. Yes, this is 8K. We're gonna make a copy of this, make a JPEG, save it. 7 is just fine, since we don't want to overkill the render engine. Also, if the client wants to render on mass, so a lot of these renders, it's a good idea to have small file sizes for the textures. Okay, we're gonna go to the material preview, and wow. Thanks God that this already fits. Okay, I see this thing here. Is this a separate material? No. I'd almost say the real car does not have a logo. I'm not sure why it's here. I'd actually say I'm gonna kill this logo. I'm not sure if that was a mistake, but according to the real image, here it's modeled, but I'd say we're gonna kill this. Okay, so now we got the main paint. I guess the window also is not split. We're gonna do that in a second. But first, we're gonna head for a render setup. So we're gonna leave this on 1. Also, so looking at the real photo and the render, I also saw in the folder there was a Studio HDR, but I looked at it. We can test it real quick, but I don't think that's what I'm going for here. So let's open it up. Let's go there real quick again. Whoop, whoop. So these are our HDRs. This is what it looks like. I don't think we're gonna get far with this. So I'm gonna reduce the roughness and add a specular of 0.5 for the car paint. And you kind of see the light is a bit off. That's always the issue of handmade HDRs. So this is not a photo, this is like handmade. So I usually just trust in real photos. So we're gonna go over to HDR Haven. And there's one I already have in mind that probably fits pretty well. It's called something car. So car, it's this one. I use this one very often. 2K is probably enough to speed up render times. We're gonna head over to the world and drop this boy in there. So let's pop it in, and you already see it already looks like directly pretty good in my opinion. We can, actually also next we're gonna change the floor real quick once we're at it. So just extrude this up, bevel this in, just a standard photo studio. Just have to watch out that the wall isn't too high and covering up too much light, because we kind of want the light since it actually looks very good. Something like this, I'd say. So now with Control B, I'm just going to reduce the render view. We're going to use the color management, go to, I'd say, high contrast. We're going to expose this, gamma this. I guess something like this. Let's check our reference. Maybe, even more contrast and more exposure. Almost say something like this, even less. Say something like this. Kind of looks like the real deal here. So I'd say we're gonna go for this light setup. Also, I'm noticing now my camera doesn't quite match the real one, but I think that's fine. Also, the white studio is actually reflecting onto the car, so our white studio isn't. I'm not sure if we're going to go with reflection. I think we're going to do this in Photoshop. It's going to be better. We're going to use a standard diffuse shader, and we're going to overboost it, so 1.1 or even 1.3. So now you see we've getting the reflections in the car paint, and also the floor is quite a bit more white. the grill is getting a lot of light, so I'm thinking maybe we should actually go careful. Let's keep it for now. Yeah, actually, okay, let's do it right now. It's actually annoying me quite a bit. So we're gonna take out the headlight and the grill, and maybe even this grill. Everything that's black actually here. Taking out all these black parts, just like this. No, that totally didn't work. Okay, never mind. We're only gonna take out these parts then. Wait, and what about this? Also, okay. Just gonna take these parts. We will add a new material. We're also gonna call this maybe car paint. I guess it's not really a car paint, but... And here we're gonna assign it and add the same car paint, but the wrap we're gonna group up with Control G and call it wrap. So in the future, if we change the wrap, it changes it over all materials and not over just one. So in this, we're gonna make a new material, delete everything, add it. So you see here we have the group in case we change it later. So we have a separate specular for the headlights because that really was poking out my eyes. So now we've got a nice black contrast in the headlights, much, much better, beautiful. So this, I know for a fact, is not one material. So sometimes things like get mixed up in the CAD data. If this is CAD, I don't know, but I assume this is probably CAD. Also, I hope this has UVs. So first, we're just going to extract some stuff here. So all the bars, to be exact. Just like this, we're going to pee this boy out. So now we got this. So what do we have here? Okay, we've got some UVs on here. Let's just drop in some of the textures we have. I know that it's probably this. We're gonna put it here and it kind of works. We're gonna Control T this boy. We're gonna actually not add a value node. We're gonna stretch this just like this. Or like this, I guess. We're gonna use this as a bump as well. So right here. And color to height. So, and the color, we're actually going to use a mix RGB. So right here. And into the factor, the low part is going to be black for sure. The high part is not going to be white, but probably something like this. Roughness, just probably around 0.5, I don't know. Spec, probably also 0.5. I guess this kind of does the job. Okay, what else? I guess tires is pretty much a slap in the face. Please have UVs. Yes, there's some type of UVs on here. We will drop in the texture for the tire. What do we have? I saw on the photo it's the Goodyear, and I also saw there's something like this as a normal map. I'm not sure what this is. Part of the rope. I don't think we need that. Okay, let's see if we can work with this. So we're gonna hook up the tire. Perfect. Almost perfect. So we're gonna quickly sloppy clean this. So easy fix. And also sloppy clean this. Guess this does the job. Also in between here. Oops. Clean, clean, clean. And clean, clean, clean. So. Up. So this. So I don't think there's going to be much tire visible. I'm not sure if this cleaning is really necessary, and also I highly recommend not just doing a sloppy cleanup like I'm doing right now, but actually fixing it. Yeah. So this tire needs real UVs. I won't be making that now. I'm really just yeah, cleaning this up real quick. So for the render, it looks good. Because also keep in mind, there's always a feedback round, at least one. So basically, I'm working up to the first feedback round here. So cleaning can also be done in the next round and doesn't necessarily have to be done right away. So after the client has reviewed this and also has checked my materials that they're correct, actually I think I'm just gonna clip down this texture and just move this out the way. Actually, this is way easier. Okay, let's do it like this. Just like this. And if the client is unhappy with my sloppy work, of course I would do the correct job after and also offer creating maybe a complete new tire from scratch that maybe has better quality in general instead of fixing this one. But yeah, fixed should work. I'm not sure if it has a tire inside. I think we won't see it anyways. I'll leave it for now. The print is I'm pretty sure only on the outside. I'll leave it here for now. Okay, let's see what else do we have. Here we also have something that needs to be cleaned up through clip. It's already cleaned. Okay, this seems to be the bump map. So let's keep this in here. We're gonna use this as a bump. Into height, I guess, will work, and normal should work. And there you have it. Because I saw on the render, the eagle, yeah, that's right. I guess it's way too strong. So let's make it less strong. I guess 0.1. Maybe also too strong. I have to see how it looks in the render. And next we need rubber. I looked into the folder. There is rubber. I'm not sure if I like it. We can try it. So we're going to hook it up to roughness. We're going to use mix RGB to control the low and high point of the roughness. And also we're going to use a color ramp to control contrast. So I'm not sure if we're going to need contrast. Let's see what's even happening here. Actually, it already looks pretty good. Like, okay, I'm just adding a bit more crispness. And now I'm going to bump up this so this whole tire doesn't look wet and is more rough. Actually, I think we need even more contrast. So I guess still too glossy. The high point can go further into roughness and the low point can also follow up a little bit. This is maybe too dirty. Let's see. Let's see how it looks on the general car. Let's pre-render. I'm going to turn on my denoiser. Also check that optics is enabled. Sometimes it's not for some reason. Yeah, it isn't. Great. So now it should render a bit faster. Because I already had the feeling, I already felt it being off. Okay, the bump map is still a bit too strong. I'm going to go for, yeah, probably something like this. I think this is good. This is probably good. Okay, these parts here, I'm pretty sure are metal as seen in the photo. Specular, probably 0.5, just basic setting. Probably a roughness of 0.1, something like this. I'd almost say they're probably gonna be darker. Yeah, and a bit more saturation. Saturation, darker. Probably something like this. The rim has texture and is glossy and has a orange peel, I'm pretty sure, since it's painted. So I will add the texture. Let's see if we can find it. Probably this, maybe? Rim. Oh, yeah, it says it, rim. Oh, it's also bump map. I should probably reduce this, but I think the main part is good enough for now. So let's slap this boy on and see what happens. Perfect. We need some spec. We need like almost no roughness, no metallic. And there you have it, already kind of looks like the rim. So I was talking about some fresh orange peel, fresh from the garden. So let's add some noise. We're gonna hook it up maybe first, color. we will not use a bump map. We're going to use a normal map. So we're going to separate the RGB. We're going to combine the RGB. We're going to combine red, green, not blue. Blue is constantly on 1 since we're going to control angles with red and green, and blue is a dead channel. And we will add a normal map texture. Normal map. There it is. Hook that boy up. And we will use Control T with Node Wrangler enabled. We're going to hook up this. We will use Object. So it's a even UV spread without unwrapping. And there it is. And we're going to bump this up. There. We're going to kill roughness. We want some smooth orange peel action. I guess detail also kill this. And strength to almost nothing. And also scale actually higher. Let's go for 50. Yeah, look at this. So now we've got some beautiful rim texture. These bolts are probably like rubber things. They look pretty glossy. Where is it? Here? This? Ah, it's one big part. I guess that's fine. We're gonna make it black. We're gonna give it some spec. We're gonna give it less roughness. It's probably pretty rough. And once we are at it, we're actually gonna give it some noise here. So let's go over here just to give it some detail. So hook this in here and gonna really bump this up to at least 1. 1 is enough. Here we're gonna add roughness. We're gonna add detail. Not that much. Something like this. And actually, never mind. More like this. So there's just something on here, you know? Okay. What else do we have? I guess here is the spring-loaded thing that lifts up the car. I'm not sure what it looks like. When I was reviewing the model before I started, I saw in one model there was also this. I think it was modeled after, so I might actually am working not on the newest model here, but I think it still proves the point and has enough included. Okay, so what is really off is the window, but also this acrylic I'd like to do first. So before we do anything transparent, check that it has a volume and a thickness, and it does, to be completely exact. You can also test out the loops and it all looks pretty good. This looks like volumetric stuff right here. So this is going to be our glass or acrylic. So yeah, just chop down this tree real quick and add a new one like this. Going to make it transparent and kill roughness, and we will make it blue, but not this blue, but this is how I like to pick a color first, and then I'm gonna kill the saturation to 0.5. Now we're gonna save, always save, and also render. Yeah, looks pretty good. So it has a slight blue tint, perfectly clear, always looks strange. Also here, I think it's a bit too round. Is there, oh no, I think it's good. Okay, this part I already can see, or is it this? Oh, it's part of the body. Wait, is it black? Oh, okay, it's already done. I was just about to color this part, but I guess it's part of the body. The spoiler on this car, since it's also part of the body, is probably not acrylic. Or actually, maybe it is. Hard to say. Okay, if we were going to make this, then I would probably just chop down this top here, starting here. No. I guess like this. Take this material, call it glass, go back here, add a new material, and call it glass and assign it. Also, I just noticed on the top, I'm missing a few. So we're just going to go to wireframe mode. Yeah, like this. Select it and also assign it. Also, this is our car paint low spec. Okay, now I don't know if this is like if the product actually looks this way. I'm just going to do it for now, but this is all perfect stuff for feedback after. Okay, another thing I saw on the photos here, I actually saw in a different photo, so this is just the main photo. I saw that this lip is carbon. I'm not sure if this is a single part. Oh yes, it is. So we're going to split this out, and carbon, we're just going to kill all this, make a new material, call it carbon and get a carbon texture real quick. So it doesn't really matter where you get this from, but textures.com has a simple basic one. We're just going to take the small version, drop this in, and hook it up to the normal input, normal map here, and no color detail. Let's go to color management. So here it is. Carbon usually is black unless it's a Bugatti. UVs, we have nothing or something, but we're gonna remake these. Just do a simple cube projection. Doesn't work, or actually it does work. Wait, why does it look so good? It looks so weird here. Okay, I guess it pushed it around a bit strange, but it worked. Control T with the node wrangler. We're gonna use the value node to evenly control this. Yeah, and there you have it. I'm not sure if the carbon has a clear coat. I assume it does. So clear coat, I like to use 2. Somehow 1 looks wrong. I don't know why. So just do 2. We could add an orange peel, but I think it's not necessary on the carbon. Or actually, never mind. I'm gonna go for clear coat 1 because this is just it's supposed to look like carbon. And with too much clear coat, it's going to be hard to see the carbon. I guess this is good. We shouldn't go over 1 with normal maps, but sometimes to over-exaggerate, you can. Like on this carbon, I think we can over-exaggerate. Okay, cool, fresh, tasty. What else? Window, we haven't touched. Let's touch some windows here. What are we going to do? So, can we separate? Yes. We're gonna split out this window. Hide it. Okay, that was the window. Let's go into the window. Let's see what we got here. Is this volumetric? Doesn't look like it. Nope. That means don't use refraction, very important, or make it volumetric. I think we don't need any volumetric glass. I'm gonna go for a classic clean glass here. So kill everything, call it wind shield. And we're gonna drop this. Transparent, that's not transparent. Transparent here, and Mr. Gloss here, and 0 roughness, Mr. Mix, shader, not RGB. Gonna mix these two together, and we're gonna mix it with a factor of a layer weight and facing, and we're gonna add a ramp for further control. Just like this. Okay. Looking good, looking good. Let's render and see what we got here. It's probably going to be pretty dark in the interior, so hard to see. So we're not going to tweak this window yet because I think the interior is not visible enough yet. I'll tweak the window in a second step. But what we can do is, like, I'm not a NASCAR specialist, but I assume this is probably glass. So let's split this out, and this is probably not glass. So let's join it with this and kill this. Okay, it's probably glass, right? You have to look out the window. This is also glass, I'm pretty sure. So let's get this, Control L, P selection, and join the rear window with the front glass as well, and kill everything. Okay, yep, I assume he's got glass there. Also, I assume, or not assume, I'm quite sure that this is glass as well. And on the other side, probably also. Okay, so now we got the glass and this glass. We're going to join it with this glass and once again chop out these materials. Okay, so let's real quick add a emission shader and make it green just to check that we got all the glass. I think this must be all the glass. I'm not 100% sure, but pretty sure. So we're going to hook it back up. And as mentioned, we're going to edit glass once we can see a bit more inside the car. Okay, so this is probably just a sticker or plastic. So spec can actually stay low. Let's stay low because we want it quite black. Actually, high roughness is probably fine for such a sticker because the glossiness is going to come through the glass. So That is very black. Let's have specular on 0.5, not specular on 0.4, blackish. Okay, these metal things, so your window doesn't pop probably. I'm not sure what color they are. Probably metal. They kind of look like these things you can just buy in like a building stuff supply store, but they have a weird color. I don't know. I think I'm gonna kill this color, make it metallic, specular 0.5, roughness 0.1 or roughness 0.25, and have like a aluminum style thing, whatever this is. These are probably soft pads that kind of protect the driver of knocking himself out. Probably high roughness is probably kind of correct. Specular 0.5 is probably more black than gray, but I don't know. Yeah. Okay, very black. Let's make them a bit brighter. Actually more like this, and actually even higher roughness, because it's like the soft stuff you can hit your head on, I guess. Can't really see it here, I guess. Oh, this must be it. Yeah, so gray. The roll cage is hard to see. I don't know if this is the roll cage or this probably is. This is probably. It looks like it's painted. I'm surprised it's painted. I would expect a raw frame. So I think I'll head for a raw frame, but as mentioned in the first feedback round with the client should just tell me if it's not. Oh, and now that was not good because I'm still on the straps out here. So let's go back to what I had and now duplicate this. So now we're on the roll cage, make it metal, make it normal first, make it white. So I guess it's metal, like it's metal in any case, I'm very sure, but I think it's painted with gray color, but let's just make it like it was just really built in with no paint, something like this. Like from my knowledge, I'd say it's probably like this, but as mentioned, the client in the first feedback round can mention if it's painted or not. Let's assume it's not painted. Okay, there is a window frame here. I see this thing, probably black gloss, I'd say. My eye says. Wait, is this a copied material again? No. This is this. I see. So maybe it isn't metal if this is the same. And actually, if it's in the windshield, it probably shouldn't blind you. So maybe it actually isn't silver. Maybe it is black. So let's make it black then. 0.1, kind of like a glossy black. Maybe it's more like this actually. The dashboard, I don't know. I assume is probably black. And specular 0.5, roughness, maybe not too bad. 0.6, kind of like a metal painted something. I'm not 100% sure what it is. Probably something like this. The screws are probably just black painted. So let's get a screw here. Where is it? Is it just screws? Yeah, looks like it. So I'm pretty sure, or maybe they're metal, but they're probably black. Spec 0.5, roughness of 0.1. Probably something like this. Little screws you see shining. This probably has the same material as this, I'd assume. So let's kill this. And this is the rolling cage, and this is probably a sticker. So it's probably the same as this, I'd assume. I might be wrong. Also here, client will review and tell me what it is. I have no idea what this thing is. Is this an antenna? I don't know. Let's see. This is the main body. Yeah, let's make this black. And roughness, yeah, keep it high. Spec, normal. Just standard black. Save. So let's see what else we got here. We got some pipage here. I don't think we need a texture for this pipe, and I think it's probably just a black pipe with some roughness of 0.3 inch. So now we just got this rubber tube. Probably correct. What is this? Okay, this seems to be... okay, no, this is too mixed up here. So I'm gonna split up some parts here. So this for sure is a different part. Maybe it's clear plastic or black, I'm not sure. Well, actually, I think it's clear plastic. Okay, I hope it's volumetric, so we can use some refraction. I think it is. Looks like it. Okay, what else do we got? The seat is probably separate. So let's get it out of here. And the steering wheel is probably also kind of separate. Let's get this out of there. Yeah, and this out of there. Something like this. And this is probably similar to this. And this. Okay, I think this should work. That was maybe a mistake. I should have kept the selection. It's fine. Okay, let's make this refractive glass principle and just hook up that transparency, kill roughness. Let's do a quick render. Let's see how it looks like. We unhide our glass. Oh, looks pretty good, I think. What is this? Dark hole of nothing. Glass. And what is this? Ah, this is our pipe. I guess that's fine. Does the pipe have a color? I guess it's for fuel or something. I don't know. I guess it looks good. Okay, what do we have in the interior? We have, let's go to material preview. This is for sure not what we want. Let's make a new material. Make it black for sure. Oh, this is still glass. No, no, no. We do not want glass. And roughness 0.4, I'd say some leather. This we're gonna also split up and make, I have no idea. I guess let's make it metal and pretty rough and darker. Something like this maybe. This cable also, I guess this is all one part. Yeah, this for sure can just be darkened. We're probably not going to, or not probably, we're not going to see this anyways, so not very important. Yeah, bump up roughness so it doesn't stick out. This, oh, we already have this. Ah, this is the carpet. Actually, add way higher roughness for this then. And the glass seat, we're going to kill transparency. And also, what's happening here? Ah, I see there's like a frame around it. Okay, this is probably like fabric. We're gonna smooth shade this. Like it's super low poly, but I think it's fine. I hope this is a separate material. Or did I accidentally do the same? I did actually do the same. So let's make this transparent again. Yeah. And back to the seat. Yeah, roughness of like 0.7, and this is probably a dark seat. Like this is probably just fine. We could do like an Alcantara texture. I'm not sure if we're gonna see it through the window. Let's see. So we're just gonna add some noise and just, yeah, let's just add some roughness, RGB, mix, factor, low and high control once again. Oh, low, 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 high. And Control T, object. Okay, so here we have some dustiness, full detail. Yeah, something like this. And now we're gonna control the roughness, and also scale can actually be maybe like this. Oh, we're totally not gonna see this in the render, but just to have some detail, I guess. Here, beautiful. Probably not going to see it, but at least it looks a little bit like Alcantara or something like that. Okay, not too bad. Now I'm just going to check what I missed. Oh, I already know what I missed. The glass and also this sticker. So the sticker, I will just get this out of there. I guess about this, we're going to unwrap it. I guess top view should work. Project from view, I think should work. We will make a new material. Wait, why is windshield red? Is it actually red? No. Why is the preview red? Let's make a new material. Assign it. This is going to be our windshield sticker. And we're going to drop in the texture. It must be one of these. I'm not sure about the monster in the middle, but let's do the UVs first. So let's center this out real quick. I think we can just always forget the hotkey packet. So now it's centered not centered out. We can use the 3D cursor, I guess. Okay, a bit complicated, like this, and GX1. Okay, now it's centered out, just like this. Move it up, not Z, but Y, and it fits like a charm. And I don't know what comes onto the windshield in case the Dylan and not the monster goes on. I'm not sure. I'm gonna grow the selection and yeah. Move this up actually. Okay, let's go back to the 3D view and do exactly the same here. Like this, and move this up to the Dylan. I don't know if that's the case, but in case it is, that's how you can do it. Okay, yeah, let's do it. Wait, this is T Dylan and this is A Dylan? I don't know. Okay, good. On the window sticker, no roughness. Okay, like this. And on the glass, yeah, now we can start tweaking glass. How does it look like? So first of all, in the glass, we're gonna add green. So we're gonna make it green, some green like this, and add a saturation of almost nothing, 0.05, just to have a tiny bit of green tint in the window, just like a tiny bit. And I think that's probably fine. I'd almost even say that's too much green. Let's do like this, 0.3. Yeah, looks good, I think. I think that's good, actually. Okay, what else do I see? This is a very clear window. So if you want a clear window, yeah, it's already very high, but you can manipulate the transparency over 1, but be careful with that. But I think we have to. There's a big harsh reflection right there. So I'd say we're gonna rotate the HDR a little bit. Control T, Node Wrangler, just rotate it a little bit. Or where does that come from? Yeah. Okay, just rotate it so it looks good. Yeah, looks good to me. Looks pretty good. What did I miss? Okay, so now if we want to find out what I missed, I'm basically just gonna start hiding stuff. I did that for sure. I did that. I did this. I definitely, is this the rim? Yeah, I did that. I did this. This, see, that's how we already found something we didn't do yet. So specular, I guess 0.5, roughness, probably 0.3. If you're wondering how we come up with these numbers, it's just my brain. I don't know. I just practice and rough estimation. So we're gonna drop this boy in and hope that there's UVs. Oh, no, there aren't. Okay, do we have a different texture? Also see, goddamn, okay. Ooh, okay, this will be annoying. Okay, how are we gonna do it the fastest way? First, we're gonna get these calipers out of here. So let's select the calipers. So we got all the calipers, P selection. Okay, because these things, everything not caliper is actually just going to be some black. It doesn't really matter. Okay, and this we're going to unwrap. It has some unwrap. We're just going to make a new one. First, we're going to unwrap the front ones. Just projection by view, like this. Or actually, let's get these boys. Okay, let's do it like this. Projection by view. Yeah, by view. And opposite selection, Control I. Oops, not that. And also unwrap. So now they're kind of the same. We're going to move this over and flip it. SX-1. Oh no, wait, it already fits. Okay, perfect. Okay, we're just going to fit this on there like this and scale it up like this and flip it around. It's probably the wrong direction. Let's see. So material. Yep, I flip it 180 and scale it and turn off clamp and clip, or actually extend so we can keep the red. And yeah, I think that is just fine. Perfect. Actually went faster than I thought. Okay, cool. What else did we miss? We got the brakes. We got this now. See, another thing we missed, or I say we and giving you the fault, but actually was me missing stuff. Do we have some UVs? It kind of looks like it. Let's see, what do we got here? Let's drop in one of these boys. I'd say color is just fine. We're barely gonna see this, 0.2 roughness, 1 metallic, 0.5 spec. Yeah, you could add this. Okay, let's go. Let's add this to the roughness as well. Mix RGB. And also by now, I really hope I'm recording what I'm doing right now. I haven't checked if the recording is actually running, so pray that it's running. If you see this, the recording worked. Yeah, okay, so here, beautiful, some roughness. Don't want to be all too lazy. Okay, hide it, hide the frame that might be painted. This is probably a blackout, so just give it a basic diffuse, black this boy out. Okay, carbon we did, screws we did, these things we did, the screws, this we did, this for sure we did, this is glass we did, acrylic we did, this we did, this we did, these things, oh, look, I broke these, so, this is one part, okay. So these were, I actually broke these. Let's get these out of here, give them a new material. I had the feeling I broke them, so non-metallic, very rough. Color is probably fine. So these are these soft things to hit your head on. I guess like this. Okay, pipe we did, this thing we did, I'm not sure if it's actually glass. This is some interior stuff. I guess we'll just go for something like this. And these two parts, what is this? Can you see on the photo? Where is this? Let's do this real quick. I'll just join these because they're probably not really visible. Just give them a low roughness, metallic. I don't know if they actually are. Let's see, something like this. This we did, this we did, this we did. Okay, everything. Oh, and this weird yellow, we'll just make it black. Okay. It's this. It's probably metal. I don't know. We'll see after a first client review. As mentioned, since this is just the project start, there's going to be at least one feedback round. Okay. Whew, I'm not sure how long this took so far. Now we got a fully set up car with light. Actually, I'm pretty happy with this. Looks pretty good. This was their 3ds Max version. I don't know if this is a final render or not, but in any case, I like this. Okay, another thing we can do. We could turn in the wheel, should we? Actually, maybe it's fine like this. Okay, let's do it. Or everything's separated. Oh God, are we really gonna do it? Okay, let's go for it. Let's pivot these wheels. So select everything and let's pick these wheels out of here and save their lives. Come out here. Selection. Okay. So let's get these boys. To be honest, to have an easier editing process, I'm just going to join these and split these like this. And I'll choose a pivot. I guess I'll just take this. Control Shift S for 3D cursor, add the 3D cursor, right click there. So here, same deal, somewhere here, right click, set 3D cursor. Okay, now we can spin. So dot and individual origins, we can spin these bad boys around and reset rotation. So if we break the wheels, Alt R, we can always reset them. So yeah, usually it's like 15 degrees. Other way, RZ minus 15. This is like a industry standard spin. I think that was worth it. I always think things take so long, but once I actually start doing them, actually go pretty quick. So it just looks a bit better. Okay, our rubber, let's check it again. Our rubber doesn't look that dirty after all. So now we have split materials. This is our tire. Maybe actually pump up that contrast a little bit more. Oops. Or now we're getting... Okay, maybe lower the glossiness. No. Here we see the contrast. Yeah, no. This is way too strong. Yeah, soften out actually, this contrast. And also the high point is too high. I'm not sure if this is the ideal roughness texture, to be honest. This might have to get updated with a better one from textures.com, for example. But I think for a first glance, this is pretty good. Okay, before we do anything, turn off the denoisers maybe, and also we're gonna turn off the background for rendering real quick. Visibility, camera. So if we render now, you see there's just a background. We want a transparent background. So we're going to go to film, transparent, just like this. So this is the first thing we're going to render, one sample, because I really just want a mask. Oh, and resolution. So a standard 12 megapixel photo is 4000 by 3000. This is like a default photo resolution. The client might want to change that, but yeah, for like the first delivery, this is totally fine. Okay, so once finished, so it's pretty fast. We're going to save it anywhere. Just save it here. Okay, so now we're going to bump up the samples. 128. And also I just noticed one very important thing. So, and also we're just going to render with the denoiser, to be honest, and also enable the floor again here. Yeah. And also one thing I completely forgot is the famous orange peel on the plastic. Like, this is a bit too smooth. So we're just going to steal one right here. Wait, where is it? Oh, we converted the wheel to 1. So here's the famous, tasty, freshly picked orange peel. We're going to drop it onto the car paint and add it to the normal map. I wonder if it already looks good. Actually looks pretty good. Maybe a bit too strong. So, like this. Oh, look at this. Look at this tasty. Okay, looks very tasty. I'd like to have a bite of that orange. Okay, let's render this bad boy finally. And then I'll show you some little cool tricks in Photoshop. Okay, so let's wait. I can sing a song in the meantime. Okay, never mind. I won't sing. I might edit this part. Maybe not. Let's see. If you want the full experience, I guess I won't edit this part. Maybe I'll just leave it as it is. Oh, wait. What are these things on the roof? Okay, black. Perfect. These are black. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. The tires look pretty tasty. Pretty tasty tires. Maybe too high roughness on these screws, but it's also kind of what it's reflecting, I guess. But otherwise, looks pretty beautiful. Pretty beautiful. The denoiser is killing the straps a little bit, so on a final render, maybe don't denoise and just do full throttle render. But yeah, so far pretty good. I'm not sure about these things. They're kind of missing here, but they're here. Okay. Yep. Okay, almost finished. In the meantime, we can go to Photoshop, drop our, where did I save it? Oh no, do I have to render it? Ah, here, drop our mask. So here's our mask that we're gonna use. We can make one right now. So control click this mask and yeah, just keep it here. Alt, you see the window always makes craziness. So we're just gonna clean that. Actually, oh, what is happening here? Rendering and Photoshop, not a great idea. Okay, hard, make this hard. So paint away all of this stuff. La 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 la. Okay, now we got a beautiful mask. Yeah, just for now, let's drop it right on here. Oh, look at this. I always do it this way because you have, or you should have, Yeah, you should have anti-aliasing. I don't know. Actually, maybe one sample wasn't enough because anti-aliasing is missing. Maybe render it in 4 samples. Okay, our final render is here. So let's save it. And in the background, I'm going to render one more. So we want to clean up some logos so you can actually see them. So a second render, we're going to render without specular. So start the render in the background. In the meantime, we're going to start photoshopping. So drop this bad boy in. And first we're going to do some color grading. Go to the camera raw filter. And I like to do auto to just get a taste of what automatic does, and it doesn't really help. So I'm going to boost saturation a tiny bit to really have yellow. We're going to use texture to really pop in some detail, and clarity, very careful. Tiny bit of clarity. Highlights, gonna overexpose it a tiny bit so it blends into the white background a little bit better. And you see, not much, but just makes the image a bit more clear, and you just want to lick it. So that's pretty much what color grading is about. If you don't want to lick it, your color grading is bad. If you like really want to lick it and get a good taste of this car paint, then you did a good job with the color grading. So now we're waiting for this. Yeah, what can we do in the meantime? Yeah, in the meantime, we can actually use our mask. So we're gonna add a white background, just like this here, and we're gonna add the mask here, and this we don't need anymore. And the mask, or actually, yeah, let's do a folder because I don't want to break the mask. So copy and paste this. Add the mask to the top, delete this again. So I just copy and pasted the mask and disable it. This is just for transparency, so I can make a transparent version of this later on. Disable, and now we're gonna brush in the shadow basically. So yeah, this. So I'm gonna just blah 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 blah, brush, 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 brush. And now we have a perfect white background. That's kind of what was the point of doing this little process here. So now this is finished. Drop this bad boy in as well. So pop it in. Beautiful. We will actually copy and paste our original image just to steal the smart filter, the raw filter. So it kind of looks the same. So now you see we have a non-clear coded version. Now we will add a mask with Alt. So now we find logos that maybe are dying from reflection, and we just don't do that. We turn it on first, go to brush and put it on white and start, yeah, just giving these logos some air to breathe. So here also, just breathe, Goodyear, breathe. What else? Here it may be important. Watch out that you don't kill too much. So the ZL1 is visible. It's kind of also what the client wants. Of course, you could kill the clear code completely, then you see all logos, but that's probably not the point. So if there's certain logos that are especially important, you can brush them out like this. But otherwise, it's probably fine as it is like this. I don't think needs to be brushed out, but if the client wants that, of course you could do that. Like here, this line is probably fine, but maybe like the logo here, like the horns are kind of dying, maybe like this. What else? Chevy, the name is visible, everything, maybe here, something like this. So now you can see if we turn it on and off, you barely notice them missing, but it's just like you can actually read stuff. Maybe also on the hood, dangerous spot to clean. Yeah. Careful not to break everything, but maybe like this, so you can just read a bit better. Also here, I don't know if this 5% is important. Also dangerous area to edit because you don't want to destroy the look. Actually, I'll keep it as it is. It's also visible. Oh, look at the orange peel. Oh, look at this tasty orange peel. Oh, wait, the hood pins, what about those? I guess they're fine. Wait, were they missing? Oh yeah, they are missing. Okay, the hood pins are missing also. So little things are missing. Oh, half of the hood pin is there. Okay, little things got lost, so sorry about that. But these things can, yeah, be edited on the second round. Maybe they're also missing in the file. I actually don't know. But yeah, that would be a thing you could talk to the client about. Oh, I didn't see you there. I see you made it till the end. Unbelievable. See you next week. Bye.